Hi guys, it's Spyro Buddy here. Just going to show a recap of a game I played earlier where I did a 1v3 with a bird. Uh, Basically, I felt that this game just showcased the concept of, um, outplaying situations when you're like a single axie, but you're high on energy and cards on that axie. Like how you can abuse the fact of which axes you kill first can end up determining what cards they're going to draw into, making sure that you kill the Axie that has cards on it, so that you can basically they lose whatever advantage they have. They end up drawing dead, stuff like this. So pretty much we're just going to start off here. The main concern we have is this reptile here. Tons of damage, tons of shield with the Cerastus. That's around 153 damage. So he can pretty much two of those and two chomps will kill my Axies, even if I fully shield them. So if we ever get into a 1v1 situation with this Axie and he has energy and cards, we're not going to be able to outplay it. Also, the Beast here, Beast itself usually isn't a big issue, but he does have some Aqua and Bird cards that'll still hit my Aqua really hard. The post-fight can bring in a lot of unexpected damage, having a zero cost that can just do 30% off the bat to your HP. Uh, Essentially, it's hard to calculate how much damage they're going to do to you if they end up drawing into that. So in the beginning of this match, my game plan was essentially let's kill the plant, let's kill the reptile afterwards, um, and don't try to backdoor this beast because this beast, even though it has a little bit of a threat here, it's still a much smaller threat than the reptile. I'd rather get into a 1v1 situation with the beast than I would with the reptile, so the ideal scenario would be to kill the reptile before the beast. Unfortunately, even though that's the game plan and we sort of followed it, he comes out a little bit harder and more aggressive early than I would have expected. I think he kind of got the right draws to just go aggressive right away. So my Axies die right away, and we end up into a 1v1, 1v3 situation, which I managed to outplay with this bird that I have here. So let's watch that. You can see here the double zero cost, it ends up being just enough damage to end up finishing me off. So we're going to end up playing slow here is the goal. My thinking was, okay, he just committed a lot of cards to try and combo me. He used some cards on the beast. He used some cards on the reptile. I didn't think he would have enough to kill my aqua here, so I'm not trying to heavily shield my aqua. I'm just trying to kind of play it out slow. But unfortunately, we'll see what happens. Is that he drew another post-flight, so he was able to get me really low, and then the Cerastus comes in here, which if I had used a couple of cards here, not only could I probably kill this plant, but I didn't want to use too many cards in case he had a watering can. I didn't want to just give him a whole bunch of free energy, so that's why I was kind of trying to play it slow. Unfortunately, he has a Cerastus here, and he ends up critting, so even if I had used all these cards, I would have died anyways. So now I'm in a situation where I know that he used a whole bunch of cards onto his um, reptile and beast, so most likely the cards that he would have left would be on the plant. So what he has, he decides against using them, so I'm able to just kill him with these two cards here. And also draw myself another card for myself, keep my options open. Now at this point, I could easily go for the backdoor on the beast, but I have seen the most cards on the beast already, right? That's where he used most of his cards, and we're not in a late enough round yet. Typically it's round eight, I believe, because you draw 3 cards per round. You start with 6. You have 24 as well. When you kill Axies, it does kind of accelerate the draw a little bit. So now that his plant is dead, it will speed up the rate at which he can draw those cards on the beast, because whatever cards he did not have on that plant will get erased from the deck. So since we didn't see him use anything, It would depend on what he was holding as well, but basically probably around, like 4 to 6 cards or so would get erased from the deck. So anyways, we decide to hit the reptile instead, because this beast we can kind of kill at any moment in time, and we're not really too scared about the damage that he can do to us. We know he already used both post flights, and that's the hardest hitting move. He used the lamb as well, I believe. So it's pretty much just imps and stuff that he could hit us with. Another imp, maybe one more lamb, so we're not too scared about dying to him. We're mostly scared about this reptile being able to get too many cards on it, and now that the plant is dead, he's more likely to draw those cards than the reptile, so we need to get rid of it as soon as possible. So we commit a 4-card combo onto the reptile here, leading with the beast damage because it's more. We get our 2 card draw here, and we end up getting his reptile pretty low. There's his last lamb here, and then a Venom Spray and a Cerastus. So we know we haven't seen any of his shielding cards yet. We've seen both Cerastuses, both Venom Sprays, so we know that the only cards that he can have are the shielding cards, right? So my thinking is now is the time to kill the beast, because there's still one more Ronin he could have and one more Imp. That's kind of what we're scared of here. He ends up drawing the Lamb as well, because now the deck is resetted due to the Axies dying earlier. But we're still going to go for the kill on the beast, which is what we do here. That crit doesn't end up mattering. Actually, I think it fucked us a bit, because if we had done a little bit less damage, this ability wouldn't have gotten him low enough that he would last stand. We would have just finished him off with a clean swoop, but either way, it ends up being fine. We survived that, and now we know, since the only 2 cards he can have on the reptile most likely are the Slippery Shield, we can survive that, which is what happens, right? And then since we're going first next round, we're able to finish him off with the kill here with another 4-card combo. So I hope you guys enjoyed that replay. I am going to be streaming on Twitch sometimes at twitch.tv/SpyroBuddy if you want to check out any of my games in the future. I'm really busy with work nowadays, so I'm not going to be streaming as much, but I'll still try to when I can. Hopefully you guys learned something from watching that. That's pretty much it. Have a nice day.